In yesterday's Haftorah for Hazon, the pasuk is "Varisachem et kapechem alim enai mekem kitarbut tvila eneni shomea ki yadechem damim maleo." So when you lift up your hands, God will eyes. The lifting of hands probably refers to Suyodechem Kodesh, which they used to do in the Beit Mikdash, lifting up their hands. Your prayers I'm not going to hear because your hands are filled with blood. The Gemara in Brachot Lamed Bet Amud Bet in the name of Rabbi Yochanan says that Kol Kohen Shaharag Nefesh Lo yisak kapav shenemar prisachem kapechem yadechem ki yadechem damim maleo. Now, this is an interesting machloket because the pasuk is from Yeshayahu. None of the poskim say that this is dioraita. Although it may have been because the notion of the Divrei Torah Divrei Kabbalah Lo Yalfinan is the stam of the Gemara. Speaking of Rabbi Livni, who's always on our mind, but it's an interesting machloket rishonim. There are poskim who say that it only refers to a Kohen who's a well-known murderer, who omed b'mardo, in other words, is persistent in his rebellion. If he did tshuva, that's a different story. However, the Rambam says afilu b'shgaga, even if he b'shgaga, and that's brought down by the Shulchan Aruch as well. So the question there is why this situation, and some of the poskim who are opposed to that say, quote the Yerushalmi in the fifth chapter of Gittin, which says that God gives the blessing, and it's therefore you don't say that these are rotzchim and megali arayot, etc. or whatever their character is. It's God who does the blessing, but we hold that the Kohen who shed blood. Now, it could be superstition. People just don't want to be blessed by somebody lifting their hands, and in fact, we know that if the congregation says raid, get down, that we don't want to be blessed by that Kohen, that the Kohen should absent himself. But I think that the message is that we don't glorify shvichut damim. Shvichut damim is necessary. In bo lahargo hashkem lahargo. I mean, the Israel Defensive Forces have to go in and knock out terrorists and this sort of thing. But this is not something that we glorify, and it's tragic that we have to do this. And I think that is the reason for what Rabbi Yochanan is saying. And I remember after the Munich massacre in 1972, Golda Meir, whom I many times didn't agree with her, but I thought it was a marvelous statement. She said, "What I hold against the Palestinian terrorists," she didn't call it, but she denied that there's such things as Palestinians, but these terrorists, is that they've made killers out of our boys. In other words, this is something which is necessary. We have to do it, but it's not something like so many others that we glorify. I mean, think of Putin and his and the Wagner Group and these type of people and everything else like that. This is not our way. Our way is it's a tragedy, and a Kohen who has to do this is somebody who should absent himself from Birkat Shalom to the people.